Hi and welcome to this week's update following my Mounjaro weight loss journey. Coming up, we've got my weekly update on what impact it's had on the scales, the community news full of advice, tips, questions and more from you lot. But for now, let's get straight into this week's Waffle Section. For those of you who know me, hi and welcome back. And for those who don't or might be new around here, I'm Phil. I hope since the last one you've all had a great week, and if you're in the UK, I hope you enjoy this hot weather we have right now. Enjoy it before it's back to the usual 18 degrees of grey misery we normally get through our summers. But anyway, I wanted to get started this week with my injection and my dose increase. If you watched last week's update, you'll know I was planning on going from 5 milligrams every 5 days to 7.5 milligrams every 5 days. I believe the way to titrate, I'm going to stick to move up or increase dose. And part of that, quite a few were asking, why do I do a 5-day cycle? Now, this was something that was suggested to me via doing these videos. I'd never heard of it before. I just found that day 6 and 7 weren't always great for suppression. You know, you might have some hunger pains coming back, or, you know, you're thinking about food a little bit more. And someone said, try microdosing. I tried that, didn't really work for me. Someone else, or a good few others said, try doing it every 5 days to every 7. The impact of Mounjaro wears off. So I did, and it's worked great for me at 5 milligrams every 5 days. Now, the issue being here is when I told you last week I was going to do 7.5 milligrams every 5 days, quite a lot of you have come into the comments and said, don't do this, or really have a think about it, Phil, or really reconsider what you're thinking. Reason being is it's a really, really high jump, apparently, going from 5.5 milligrams every 5 days to 7.5 milligrams every 5 days. I believe the peak, someone said, might be around 40 milligrams in my system, so it was obviously really, really high, and they asked me to reconsider. And that's what I've done. I've listened to a lot of you in the community who, some of you know much better than me. You know, you might say, well, why are you on a YouTube channel doing this if you don't know. But there's so much to learn in this place. You know, it's not recommended by providers usually to do it every 5 days. It was a decision I took myself. Again, I'm not a medical professional. Speak to your provider, speak to your GP, whoever gives you your Mounjaro or your medication. But yeah, it was a decision I made, and I'm going to listen to you guys. I listened to you to do it in the first place. You were right. I'm going to listen to you to do it this way round this time, and I'm going to go to 7.5 milligrams, or should I say I've gone to 7.5 milligrams, but I'm letting it go for the full 7-day cycle instead of the 5-day cycles. Just as an instant update basically there then, and I'm on day 6 now of 7.5 milligrams, and everything's great, as it should be by now. I've got no suppression lacking on day 6, I've got no hunger, I've got nothing about food. So let's see how this goes, and thank you everyone who has jumped in the comments and said the reasons why I shouldn't do this. And it just goes to show you what a great community we've built here, where we all look out for each other, we all help each other, and we all give each other great tips and advice. So thank you again. Speaking of community, community is now live for the channel. Now, I had to do some digging into this, you guys might know what it is, but basically now there's a tab you can all go to, and you can post your own comments. It doesn't have to be related to a specific video, whereas obviously we're chatting now. I did a video, you'll leave comments on this, which is great, we still do that. But the communities tab is what YouTube say will help us communicate, interact and collaborate better with, you know, our audience or the viewers or community, whatever they want to call it. The only 2 rules you've got to be there is you've got to be a subscriber, and you have to be subscribed for a minimum of 7 days. I can pick that, it's a day or 7 or none at all, but I thought we don't want people coming in and trying to spam us. So you have to be a member. You have to be subscribed for at least 7 days, then you can leave a comment. And yeah, you guys can start the topics, you can put whatever you want in there, ask advice, tips, questions in there when it's not specific to the video we're covering this week. So maybe a good place for us to have a little chat about things that aren't always related to the video that week. Just a quick update on the smartwatch video. It is coming, I'm still working on it. It's just taking me a lot longer in between doing these updates than I thought it would, but it is still coming. Just another quick one, I'll give you an update now. I did start press-ups and sit-ups this week. Obviously, I'll cover this in the update more about what I've ate and done that week. But boy, am I sore, yeah. Right across my chest, arms are sore. Didn't stick to it every single day, but got started, and that's good enough for where I want to be right now. But that's enough waffling for me, and let's get straight into some highs and hellos. First up this week is Suzanne, and Suzanne messaged to go over what I was talking about last week and not increasing your dose if you don't feel the need to. She's now on week 7 of just 2.5 milligrams and has lost a brilliant 21 pounds so far. So congratulations to Suzanne, and just shows you don't need to move up and it's working well for you. Hello to Stephen this week, who took his first jab and is looking forward to his journey ahead. Good luck, Stephen. I hope you manage to avoid any side effects. Hi to Lisa, who is just down the motorway or just up the motorway to Manchester, not too far away from me here in Liverpool. Lisa's new to our channel. She's only just found it, but she's loving the community we've managed to all build here together. So welcome, Lisa. She's also on 15 pounds down in her first 5 weeks, so fantastic results and start there. She's already feeling more back to her old self, more confident. She can feel her confidence returning. She's looking at adding some activities back into her lifestyle to try and help her with her fitness. such as salsa and boxing, which I don't think you plan on doing at the same time, Lisa, but if you are, I'd like to come and watch that. That might be interesting. But hi, Lisa, great to have you along in the community. Hi, Nick from Cornwall. Nick is another who hasn't moved up in dose. They're on week 10 of 2.5 milligrams, and so far I've lost a fantastic 23 pounds. They feel like a different person. I'm more like their old self. Now that I've just said Nick from Cornwall out loud, I think I might have said hi to Nick before, and this is something I've been thinking about. I wasn't planning to cover it in this video. It was something I thought I should do in future videos, but it's a good time to do it now while it's on my mind. And what you might find is, as you all know, I try and respond to every single comment on the new videos. There's lots of you I chat to regularly. I've got to know some of you, like I know, oh, that's Paul, that's Sue, that's Tina, it's Yvonne, people like that. But yeah, I remember when I start typing, speaking to you, I can remember that. I can also check to see old messages we might have had to remind me sometimes. But I'm probably not going to forget who I've said the highs and hellos to on each video, especially the further we get into the updates. I think we're on 9 now. So yeah, if I do shout you out once or twice or 3 times or more, it's not favoritism. It's not because I've forgot you. It's just that I forgot I've already said hello to you. So that's going to happen a little bit more. But hi again, Nick from Cornwall. Unless I haven't shouted you out, then hello for the first time, Nick from Cornwall. A couple more now, and we've got Dave from Ocean City in Maryland. Dave was about to take his first jab and was excited and scared, as so many of us are when you take that first injection. I hope it went well for you, Dave. Just on Dave though, sometimes when you tell me where you're from and I've not heard of it, I might have a quick Google, just the location. I go see where you're all chatting to me from. When I Googled Dave's, because Ocean City sounded like it might be really interesting, it did not disappoint. It looked like something from, have you ever played GTA? I don't know if it's Vice City or San Andreas, but it looked like something from the beach town there, or something right out of Scarface. It looks an incredible place to live, Dave, and I was very, very jealous. I wish I hadn't Googled yours. Now, finally this week, it's Jonathan. I've spoke to Jonathan a good few times. He has reached his goal weight and he's decided it's now time for him to come off Mounjaro and rely on good old willpower by itself. I'm really interested to see how this goes for you, Jonathan. I wish you the best of luck. Could you let me know you did stop, or how you plan to stop? Did you wean yourself off it? Have you just gone cold turkey? I'm really interested to see how you did it, and I'm really interested to see how it goes for you in the long term now you're off the medication. I wish you the best of luck, Jonathan. Congratulations on your goal weight again. Just on that though, I'd also be interested to hear lots of your plans. What are your all plans to do? Are you planning on coming off it cold turkey? Apparently that's not recommended. Are you planning to wean yourself off by decreasing your dose, or have you got some other tactic up your sleeve? Share it in the comments and let us all know. That's the waffling over for this week. Let's head straight into some news, tips, advice, questions, queries, or more in this week's community news. First up this week, and it's following on a little from last week what we touched on, and that was getting a prescription from a GP. A lot of you come back to me to say that even if you did meet the criteria, where you live still not offering the medication, and there was a lot of people saying that. Just one person so far has come back in the comments saying they knew someone, it wasn't even themselves, but they were aware of someone who had managed to get it because they met the criteria and they were in London. We had people from Leicestershire, Bolton, Cheshire, and here in my own county of Merseyside who met the criteria but would not be able to get it because it's still not available here via GP. So I said I would ask if anyone has managed to get a GP prescription in your area, and if so, obviously where are you from? I'm trying to figure out which areas have got it now. Now maybe there's some way you can look this up, but yeah, I'd be really intrigued to see which areas have currently got access to Mounjaro via a GP prescription. Now, another question to put to you lovely lot this week, and this one comes from Kieran in York, and if you've not been to York, it is one of my favourite cities I've visited in the UK. All the old architecture is fantastic, lots of restaurants, lots of meals, lots of great places to go out and see and do around York. And no, this video is not sponsored by York, but yeah, if you've not been there, go and check out York. Kieran's question, however, though, was, do you find it harder to stick to a diet when your partner's not dieting? Or potentially even offering you snacks and sweets and treats, when you are trying to be good? I said I hadn't especially experienced this. My partner did used to offer me stuff, but I've been on it that long now, she knows not to bother because I'm probably going to say no. Doesn't mean I don't snack, but yeah, Kieran's partner was offering lolly ice and ice cream because of the hot weather, nice thing to do, but he struggled to say no. And you guys find that? Your partner's not as, I won't say as encouraging, but they might just think, do you want this? Do you want that? They're not doing the same thing. They're not going through the same process as you. So I suppose what I'm trying to get at, if your partner's not dieting too, is it much more difficult for you to diet because they're not? Does that seem to influence you, and especially if they're offering things. You know, we could all do a lovely cold lolly ice in this 30-degree heat and no one begrudges that. Let me know in the comments, does it impact it when your partner's offering you treats and sweets and things like that? Next, we've got Mike, who's been asking how Mounjaro has affected my desire to drink alcohol. And he also wanted to know from you lot as well. I said this wasn't really a great one for me to answer because I stopped drinking a month or two, I can't remember exactly now, before I started Mounjaro, and I went a whole 9 months not drinking a drop, just drinking Guinness Zeros, which we all know, if you were following along, the impact that had potentially on my chocolate intake for a while, which didn't go good. But I went 9 months with no alcohol, so it's a bit hard for me to say how that went for me. Since I've started drinking again on Mounjaro, I used to be a cider drinker and now don't drink cider anymore. I just got no want, or in fact, maybe, yeah, I don't think I want to drink a cider. It's not, there's no craving there for it. It's not when I get the choice of what you want to drink, I'm like, no cider. Now, I had to drink lager while I was away on holiday. I drank some lager while I was away on holidays. That was all they served over in Alcudia. But now I'm just on Guinness when I do drink. I've had a couple of glasses of red wine as well. It's not stopped me drinking, it's not put me off, but I'm also not drinking anywhere near the amount I did. Now, that could be multiple reasons, not just the medication. Reduction in size means I can't drink as much, stomach can't hold as much, maybe even bladder, but either way, I'm just not drinking anywhere near the levels I did before I started Mounjaro, and I've got no desire to really drink cider, which was my main drink for years and years and years. You could all leave it in the comments what your alcohol desires have been like since you've been on Mounjaro. I know Sue said that she's got no desire to drink really at all, and that happened when she went away. She lost about £4, I remember rightly, Sue, I think, when you were away. And all inclusive, you didn't really drink too much while you were there. But yeah, really interested to see what impact it's had on all of you. That's it for this week's community news. If you've got any questions that you want answering yourself or thoughts about the topics I've just covered, there was quite a few I asked you there to give some feedback on. Leave them in the comments to this video and we'll cover as many as we can in next week's update. Like I said, I've got the communities there, that's slightly different. You can go and have a little chat between yourselves, doesn't have to be about this video, but yeah, anything that you want to discuss that I've just discussed, throw it in the comments from this week's video. Time for my weekly update. And just before I do my weekly update, if you're finding this channel useful or there's anything relevant there that you'd really like to enjoy, just enjoy listening to me waffle on and cover some news, then please do like and subscribe. It really is helping the channel grow quick. And come and join our ever-growing community. So we're starting this week on Saturday the 5th of July, and that morning I had no breakfast. Most Saturdays I don't have a breakfast. The boys have got swimming. One has a lesson 9:30 till 10, another one straight after in the same place, 10 till 10:30. So by the time we get up, get ready, get out, there's not normally any time for breakfast, and obviously I don't feel like it. I've never been a morning person anyway to have breakfast. But yeah, no brekkie. I then had a lunch of a salad with some chicken tikka. We ordered an Asda ordering, and I've got some mixed flavours of chicken, so you're going to see them feature quite heavily in this week's update. But yeah, it was chicken tikka with a salad, pickled onions, and some hot and sweet honey dressing. That was really tasty. Followed by the evening meal of whole grain rice, chicken, hot sauce, and piri-piri mayo. I consumed around 1,400 calories on a Saturday and burned around 650 from around 11,500 steps. And Saturday night was my first 7.5 milligram injection. Sunday's breakfast was a chopped up banana with some Greek fat-free yogurt, some blueberries, and a drizzle of honey over the top. That's really tasty, enjoyed that one. Lunch was the sweet chili chicken, again with the salad, and dinner that night was the same: rice, chicken, mayo, and hot sauce. 1,400 calories in on the Sunday and around 600 burned from around 11,000 steps. Monday was hot and spicy chicken with some lettuce and some sweet and hot honey dressing. Now this was on a wrap, so it wasn't a salad, so things are getting a little bit varied here, guys. We really starting to mix things up. Dinner that evening, however, was chicken, rice, hot sauce, and mayo. 1,150 calories in, just over 400 burned from a paltry 7,500 steps. Tuesday was 2 boiled eggs for brekkie, different again. Huel for lunch, it was a black edition. Just to explain that briefly, the normal edition has 25 grams of protein. The black edition has 35 grams of protein, if for anyone who's watching the protein intake or trying to get the protein levels up. Evening meal was rice, hot sauce, chicken, and piri-piri mayo. 1,300 calories in. I cleared nearly 14,500 steps, so that meant I burnt around 800 calories according to the watch. Wednesday, no breakfast. For dinner was some California Dragon sushi rolls from Tesco with chicken satay sticks because they've run out of all fruit as the side snack there, so I thought I'd get some extra protein with some chicken satay sticks. Pepsi Max with lime, and dinner was Chinese style chicken with whole grain rice, piri-piri mayo, so a slight change from the normal evening meal. I was in the office that day, so around 1,250 calories in, and I burnt around 900 from 16,000 steps according to the watch again. Thursday, well, we've got a fair bit of variation going on Thursday. It was my partner's birthday. It was my partner's youngest sister's partner's birthday, and it was my partner's youngest sister's graduation day, all in the same day. So 2 birthdays and a graduation, all in the same day. So we're all off to Preston to watch her graduation. We left the house around 9:30, so there was no brekkie there. We were in the graduation for photos and everything, the ceremony. That lasted, we got home around 3 p.m, picked the kids up from school, got them changed, and we all headed into a town, Liverpool city centre. We started off with a rooftop terrace and had a lovely little drink there. I was on Diet Coke because I was driving. That was in Matu. That's a nice little bar if you've not been there, or restaurant. And then we headed to Sapporo, which is a Japanese teppanyaki style restaurant, where I realised at that point I'd forgotten to eat all day. Obviously, it's so busy, and obviously, as you all know, Mounjaro can do that for you. You forget to eat some days. The jab really was in full effect that day. From Sapporo, I decided I was going to have some rainbow maki sushi, which was really tasty as a starter. And then I ate about half of my chicken breast teriyaki with some fried rice and veggies that were all done there in front of us on the teppanyaki grill. I had a couple more Diet Cokes. Now, I've had a slight problem though, as you'll probably see from the screenshot. NutriCheck, unless it's me being an idiot, doesn't seem to allow you to put in like bespoke meals or rough estimates like MyFitnessPal does. I far prefer NutriCheck for the way it does the scanning and seems to have everything in the UK. MyFitnessPal, you could put in like chicken teriyaki and someone would have done something there, and you could pick one that's similar. You know, calories weren't going to be spot on, but you could at least have something recorded. So yeah, I've really struggled to get in. Well, I haven't really struggled. I've got nothing in for that day for calories in. Let me know if I'm being stupid. Is there a way of doing that on NutriCheck? That'd be great if you could. But yeah, I burned 650 calories from around 11,500 steps, but no idea what I took in that day calorie-wise. I don't think it would be huge, but yeah, no record of it. Friday, and there's no breakfast again, but lunch that day was some mango and coconut chicken that I'd said about from my house. That was delicious. That was the nicest of all the chicken I had, and I wasn't expecting that. I had it with a nice side salad, and it was a lovely hot day on the Friday, so it went really well. It was really refreshing, but yeah, really tasty. For dinner that night, I made chicken wings, just normal chicken wings. Cut the tips off, cut the chicken wings in half. They went in the air fryer with some herbs like paprika. Paprika's not a herb, but some herbs, some paprika, some cayenne powder, salt, garlic granules, things like that. Just went in the air fryer for 30-40 minutes, cooked them off. While they were cooking, mixed up some soy sauce, lemon juice and honey, and just took them out, give them a little brush of each one, put them back in for 3-4 minutes on a high heat on the air fryer to crisp them all up, and they were delicious. But again, as I said before, I've got no way of putting them in NutriCheck. I found some marinated wings, and I've just banged in about 14 then to get the calories way up. I'd like to try and overestimate the calories. I don't even know if I have, but surely they're just chicken wings with a tiny bit of honey is the only really bad thing there. But again, no real proper calorie count on the Friday, but I've gone for 1,700 calories in, and we'll just go with that. 750 burns from 13,000 steps. As usual all week, I just drank water, lots of water, especially with this heat. Black flavoured teas, chamomile, peppermint, things like that. Sometimes my black coffees would have syrup in them. That'll be sugar-free, calorie-free syrup. That's really tasty. A vanilla one I've got there. Some sugar-free sodas, fizzy drinks, whatever you want to call them again. So results from this week then, based on everything I've just gone through there. It was a pretty routine week with no real exercise. But like I did mention at the beginning, I have started the push-ups and sit-ups. Trying to hit 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every day. Now, obviously, I can't go straight into that. I haven't got the strength to do it. But what I'm trying to do is like do 10 press-ups here, 20 sit-ups there when I can throughout the day. You know, lift the toilet, do 10 press-ups upstairs. I think I did Wednesday, I missed Thursday, I did Friday, and I've got really sore arms and chest. I've not been recording this though. I'm not sure the best way of trying to record this. I'm going to have a little look into that this week. I have to do it on the watch. Doesn't pick it up. Watches aren't great for press-ups or sit-ups. But yeah, I'll try and get something added so we've got a bit more accountability in the calories burnt coming up for the following week. I'll keep you posted how it goes, hoping to do it every day and try and hit 100 every day, but we'll see, and hopefully get it logged, like I said. So scales this week on Saturday the 5th of July, I weighed 16 stone, 3 pounds, that's 227 pound or roughly 103 kilos. Today, Saturday the 12th, I weigh 16 stone, 1 pound, that's 225 pound or around 102 kilos. So a loss of 2 pound or roughly 1 kilo. Now, that's that genuinely, that is less than I expected. I was hoping more. As you remember, I put £7 on. I lost £4 the first week back from holiday. I was hoping to lose at least 3, maybe more this week. I suppose there are some not great foods in there. The chicken wings might be fantastic, even though I think they are. Sapporo might have been worse than I thought it was. But yeah, it's not as good as I thought, but as always, we've got to be happy with a loss, guys. You know, even maintaining can be a win some weeks as you get like the non-scale victories. I know we need to try and get some cardio in. I keep saying that every week, and we discussed last week, people not being happy, but we're not sticking to it. But obviously the heat this weekend, that's scheduled through to about Monday or Tuesday, probably means there won't be much cardio. It's, you know, I know people who aren't from the UK will be wondering why 30 degrees is not that bad. It is in the UK where our houses are designed to build and keep heat in, and we're not used to it, and it's very humid here. And yeah, they might sound like excuses, but that's the reasons why I probably won't be doing much cardio or any cardio the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday next week. Life's just getting in the way, and I'm happy with that. £2 off in a busy week in work and a busy week out of work. And remember, everyone, we will have great weeks, we'll have good weeks, we'll have okay weeks, we'll have bad weeks, we'll have terrible weeks. Take every week in your stride. It's not a sprint. You're going to go through all that over and over again in cycles. We all do. Don't get too carried away with your good weeks. Enjoy them though. And likewise, don't get too down on your failures. It will happen. Learn from them and go again. Me though, I'm looking forward to seeing what this week brings. Hopefully I can start busting out some press-ups and sit-ups like Rocky Balboa in his prime in one of his montages. The watch recommendation, as I said earlier, is still in the works. It's coming soon. I've got some talks ongoing, potential discount for you guys if they come off, not saying they will, so I'll keep that under wraps for now. There's much more to come. But for now, as always, I hope you found something useful, exciting, or just interesting to listen to me waffle along to. If so, please like and subscribe as said before. If there's anything you want me to cover in a video, let me know. Stick it in the comments or any questions, or even the new communities tabs. If you want any tips, advice, etc. There's loads of us in here now who can help you out. Stick that in the comments too. Thanks for watching and have a great positive week, everyone. Keep doing all the good positive stuff you're already doing. You're smashing it. You can do this. If I can, you can. We all can. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.